Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I connect Facebook. We'll be getting started shortly. And I think we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody, welcome to the Strategic Swing Trader weekly broadcast. I am Sami Abasad, Director of Education at T3 Live. Hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend is going great. We're going to talk about the market. I'm going to talk about crypto also. And what else? And I'm going to go over some amazing swing ideas for this week. But before we start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss in this video is for educational purposes only. If you're new to our channel, please be sure to download the free ebook in the description, in the video description below. Without further ado, let's turn to the charts and get started. If you find benefit in today's video, be sure to hit the like button. And if you have any questions for us or need help in any way, shape, or form, email us info@t3live.com. All right, here we go. So this is the weekly chart of Ethereum. We'll start off with this first. And as you can see, we had an igniting wide range bar last week, or really the week before last. Last week up until, I guess, Sunday at 8 o'clock, I think, East Coast time, is when this bar closes. So once the bar closes, we'll have a weekly 1, 2, 3 on Ethereum. Like it a lot. But another way to, so the entry would be over this week's high, which is, if you look over here, the weekly bar's high is 39.73. This bar's high, the prior pivot, is 4,093. Okay, so 40.93. So instead of entering above this bar's high at 39.73, what I would do, what I'm planning to do, I'm already in Ethereum. In fact, I'm in Ethereum, and I'm also in ETHE, and my Ethereum position is staked. I couldn't get out of it if I wanted to. It would take 7 days to unstake it. By staking it, I'm earning interest on it, and I want to be in it anyway. So my position is actually staked. But I do trade it from time to time, and I use ETHE, the Grayscale Ethereum fund, or just Ethereum itself. And so what I'm planning to do is actually buy it over 38.50 right here, instead of waiting for the high to get taken out. So I'm actually buying it over 38.50 with a stop under 3,700. So that's a $150 stop. Not bad at all. But it's got to trigger first. We got to go back up. It's coming in at the moment. Bitcoin is a buy setup on the daily chart, but Bitcoin, I don't think I've ever seen it more sloppy and totally not following through. That's the daily chart of Bitcoin, up and down, up and down. But ultimately will probably go up. The key thing on Bitcoin obviously is this pivot that should not get taken out, right? But for now also, we don't want to take out, I think 66,000, I believe this bar's low, which is last week's low. It would be nice not to take it out. But I also like Bitcoin as well. But the one with the best setup is Ethereum. Solana is turning a little bit bearish. Look at the really big topping tail that formed last week. And so if we take it out, take out the low, that would not be good for Solana, but it might also signal a drop in the whole cryptocurrency market, because Solana has been leading. You see that topping tail? So that's the issue. It looks like we're going to take it out. We're going to take out the low, which means, you know, lower on Solana, which means maybe we come in rather than go up when it comes to Ethereum and Bitcoin. Solana, I'm not looking to do anything with, but definitely Ethereum and maybe also Bitcoin. In terms of the equities market, here's what we got. We had an unbelievable bottoming tail bar on the Qs. I actually called the TQQ right at the bottom. I got shaken out, got back in it, but the biggest problem is not getting shaken out and getting back in it. That was not a problem at all. The biggest problem is I didn't hold it till the end of the day. Oh, that hurt, because it's one of those bars that, you know, you come across once a year maybe. I mean, it was a huge move up, and I called it long over this bar's high, but I played TQQ. Okay, so got out, got back in on the 15-minute buy setup, which I didn't think, very many people saw that coming because it was right into the declining 20, but I could see it coming. And then I got out, I don't know where, maybe here, and then it just took off like crazy. All right, so in terms of the market, somebody had asked me on Friday, do you think we have a top? I said, yeah, for now we probably have a top in the market. But that was while the market was dropping. And then, 2 hours later, I was thinking, wow, now we already have a bottom in the market as well. So I think this is the bottom on the way down here. But because of the size of the rally that we got on Friday, I don't think we go up early this week, at least not tomorrow, Monday. I think we probably gap down or come in. I just don't think we keep going up. I could be wrong. But this pivot or this bottoming tail bars low should hold. So the setup on the daily chart triggers once we take out the last bar's high, which was Friday's high, 452.50 on the Qs. But again, I wouldn't be in a hurry to go long the market. If you miss the bottom, you miss the bottom. But and probably needs a couple more days of resting or maybe drop a little bit before we resume the uptrend. But that was one heck of a bar. The SPY is even more bullish. But both the SPY and the Qs reclaimed the 20 MA on the daily chart. They dropped a little bit below it and then right back above it. Also the IWM. IWM we don't even need to consult anymore because it always is in a world of its own. So the market overall is bullish. I'm not sure if it's going to be bullish tomorrow or even Tuesday because of the size of the rally already. Usually when the market runs a marathon, needs to rest for a day or two. I'm not saying that was a marathon, but that was like an unbelievable rally. Like that's a $20 rally almost. No. Sorry, that wasn't a $20 rally. That was like a $10 rally almost. From bottom to top. Okay, $9 actually. 9.5. So, but anyways, that was a huge move. And if this had happened in a very volatile time in the market, sure, but that didn't take place during the pandemic or a volatile time, so it surprised me. I thought the market was going to rally to the declining 20 on the 15, and it got there almost. I got back in it, but I didn't think it was going to get to the 20 MA on the hourly chart. That was amazing. At any rate, we did play other things on Friday that off the lows, like Dell. That was amazing too, right off the lows. But it was a nice day on Friday. All right, in terms of the swing ideas, here's what I got for you. The list is posted in the description also for your convenience. I have ATMU as a weekly buy setup. Looks really pretty. The R to R, or the reward to risk, is a little bit low on it, but it looks really pretty. Trying to move up. The BI is 1, 2, 3 on the weekly chart. So over this bar's high, stop under this bar's low as a 1, 2, 3, and I think it's at all-time high. So yeah, there's no predetermined target. The China stocks, they crashed a little bit. If you look at the yen, I mean that's quite a crash. Is this the bottom, and do we start to go back up? Could be, very well could be. I don't know for sure, because this was a really deep pullback. At the moment, I do like the yen higher. I do like the CWeb higher. Those are the leveraged China ETFs. The yen is for the FXI. The CWeb is for like KWEB, I think, which is the internet stocks, the Chinese internet stocks. But from the China stocks, other than the yen and the CWeb, I like the BZ higher over this bar's high, which is 2130. Call it 30. Stop under 2020. So as a daily buy setup inside of a monthly transition A. Okay, we were in it, but I raised the stop to this bar's low, and on Wednesday we got taken out, and and it rallied after that. So I like the BZ, I like the Billy also, but Billy's a little bit more difficult because of it's under the 20. But I do like Billy on the hourly chart over here long, as long as you give it to 1440. I think it's 1342. Sorry, 1342. And the entry I would do over 1470. So there's a few items that look okay from the China stocks. I like the BZ as the number one. From this is a little stock that's looking like it wants to transition on the daily chart, so I think it's worth a shot. Over $2 with a stop under $1.45, 47, somewhere here. So over 2, stop under 45. Target 1 would be about 330 or so right here. Oh, that's 5. I would say here 330 and then 5 for target 2 on the CISS. DKS 1, 2, 3, 4 on the daily looks really good. Over 229.56, call it 230. Stop under 219.50 on the DKS, looks good. Ethereum I already talked about, but this is ETHE. I had 5,500 shares, which I bought on this day, maybe that day also, and it went crazy, and I sold half at, I believe, 31.30, and so that was like here, and boy, it's already at 35.20. So it's an amazing trade, but I wish I held on to the whole thing. I have 2,500, so I actually sold 3,000, I think. So anyways, looking higher to 45. Who knows, but at least 45. So this one as a weekly 1, 2, 3, we already talked about it. So over that bar's high, 36.30 by 34.60 on the ETHE. It'd be even better if Ethereum went sideways for another week, but I don't know if it's gonna take another, if it's gonna last another week of sideways action, because certainly the Bitcoin or BITO on the daily chart is trying to move up. But another week of consolidation would even be better. It would test my patience, but it would even be better because the 20 will catch up. The oil stocks have weekly buy setups. So this is FANG, FANG, weekly buy setup. I think PR is a weekly, beautiful weekly buy setup on PR. Check it out. Beautiful. And DVN, I think, is a weekly buy setup. There might be other weekly buy setups, but those three are really nice. I have the FANG on the list, but any of these three should be good. I like them higher. GOOS reported, gapped up, and now it's a bit of a slanted base on the data chart, but if you look at the weekly, it looks nice. So as a 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4 long over 1460, stop under, oh, that's 1280. Or if you want a tighter stop, just under last week's, no, not under last week's low, because under last week's low, that would put your stop right here. I would say under 1360. So either 1360, so entry over 1460 by 1360, or by 1280, which is safer on the GOOS as a longer term play. Grab is already an open position, but there's a buy setup on it, so over 372, stop under 360. I don't love the Grab daily chart, but I certainly love the monthly. Look at the monthly. Reminds me of what? Of the hood. Reminds me of the hood, which is an open position. But it did have a nice reversal bar on Friday, so I hope it goes back up. I'm in it. The JDZG, I was in it, and then it shook out. And now it has a really big bottoming tail bar, so I like it higher. Over that bar's high, stop under it. It's a big stop, but I like it. It's a nice daily, hourly base breakout. The MDB, so check it out. This is a gap down, big gap down that was novice. I tried it long on Friday. It didn't work. I mean, it rallied a little bit, but never really got going. I tried the S long. It worked like a charm. I missed out on the CRM. That was my stupidity. I forgot to put it on a chart because I knew to watch this. But it's the same idea. Down a lot, gaps down, long over that bar's high. Down a lot, gaps down, long over that bar's high, stop under it. Okay? On the MDB. The difference between the CRM and the MDB, the CRM had a better location. CRM was right at the rising 20, right at support on the monthly chart. It's going to be at the flat 200, was at the flat 200 on the weekly. MDB is more of a bear stock that's crashed. It is at some support, but it's in a downtrend everywhere, including the monthly. So I don't know that it's going to rally, but I do think it's worth a shot over 241 with a stop under 225.25. Path is the same idea. It's not easy because you got the declining 20 on the hourly chart right above, but over the highs, stop under the lows. On Path, one can also use Friday's bar's low entry right here, okay, or under Thursdays. So that's the path. RSI is very, very bullish, looks higher, like the monthly on it, like the weekly. So long over the base, which is about 907.08, 908. Stop under 829 on the RSI. SLQT is similar concept, up a lot, but basing, very sloppy base, over the base, stop under it. And if you look at the SLQT monthly, I mean, wow, this looks amazing. Love it. So RSI, SLQT, similar ideas. And I skipped the RY, which is a daily 1, 2, 3. Long over that bar's high, stop under the low. Okay? So those are some of the long ideas. There's always more ideas, but you know, I got to keep the video short and sweet. So those are the ideas that I like for tomorrow. The shorts, I got just 4 or 5, and they're all difficult. APDN actually looks almost perfect, but it's a penny stock. If you don't mind shorting penny stocks, you know, then under the base, stop above it. It looks good, needs to break under the base. The BRKR is a 1, 2, 3 after an igniting gap, so short under the base, stop above it right here. But I would like to see one more narrow range bar on the daily chart. That would mean a base on the hourly and then a break below it. Okay, so that's what I would wait for. The GNLX is the same as the APDN, another low price stock that actually looks quite good. If it breaks under the lows, stop above. Same as the APDN. RAPT, gap down and a base breakdown, looks good, looks all right. The longer it bases under the 20 on the hourly chart, the better it becomes. 20 is catching up on the daily also, so short under it. VSTM might be the best actually. Only issue with the VSTM is the location on the monthly chart. Otherwise, really tight pattern on the daily. I mean, this is too tempting. It's very tempting. Under 386, stop over 432. And here's the issue for me, but I think it'll take it out. It's at support on the monthly. That's 340, 350. So that's the only issue, but looks interesting. I make most of my money on the longs, so I don't take the shorts unless they're really good, usually like amazing. So and my list usually reflects that, meaning the long list is usually a lot longer than the bearish list. The only short that I have right now is the TDOC, which is doing pretty well. Is really nice. From 1250 or so on that, on right here. No, I'm sorry, on the sell setup. Yeah, on the sell setup. So that's my list for tomorrow. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you have any questions, reach out to info@t3live.com, and I will see you on the next one. Happy trading to all. Take care, everybody.